Hey bitches, it's Elle with RRozelles Creations and welcome back to my channel. This week, it's going to be simple. We're going to learn how to wrap a template on a tumbler. You can cut templates out, SVG templates, out on pattern vinyl, removable vinyl, double-sided adhesive, which is sticky sheets, whatever you use. You can use a cutting machine and cut out these templates. Once they're cut out, you just wrap them on a tumbler and you go from there. So it's going to be a really easy tutorial. So many people requested this because I've been playing with a lot of templates lately. And it's super simple. And I'm going to walk you guys through it slow and steady. We got this. You got this. First, I want to thank everyone for all the subscribes, the likes, and the shares. We finally hit our goal of 1K. And it's only up, bitches. You can find everything down below in the description box with the link and the discount code to everything that I use on my Tumbler and creating journey. So y'all ready? Let's get into it. All right, bitches. We're going to be working with Cricut Design Space because that is what I used for my template. Do you purchase your template? You are going to upload it into your Cricut Design Space and you are going to get it on your canvas. This is where you measure your cup. You know how big to cut your template. I am using a Tipsy Magnolia 24-ounce plump. So my measurement is 9.5 by 8. You plug in your measurements, you click make it, and now you are on your mat. Once you get your template on your mat, you click continue, and this is where you choose how to cut your template. Every machine is different, guys. I'm going to show I use premium outdoor vinyl, more pressure. I use holographic vinyl, more pressure to cut my template. It all depends on your machine and your blade. Once you figure out your correct cut setting, you go cut it. Now, we're wrapping this template on a stainless steel tumbler. All measurements are going to be different, guys. Measure your tumblers. It doesn't matter if they're the same exact tumbler. I cannot stress enough that they come, some sizes are not the same. Measure your tumbler. You would rather measure and cut once than just wing it. And I'm a wing it type of person, but not when it comes to wasting my vinyl. This is a lot of dead space, but I got a lot of info I want to squeeze in, so I'm going to try not to speed this one up as much as I normally do. Once your machine cuts your template, you are going to need to get you some transfer tape. I like using a medium tack transfer tape, but any transfer tape will do. And real quick, guys, I do have a silhouette. I know how to upload. I have just never used my machine to cut, and I plan on doing that eventually. I'm just used to my Cricut. Cricut is a couple steps, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and it cuts. So now I am trimming up my transfer tape because it had some wrinkles in it, and I don't want that. Once we get our transfer tape, we are going to pull out that transfer tape, and we are going to grab our template. When the template is cut, I like to trim all the excess vinyl off before going in and placing the template onto the transfer tape. So if it's a 12 by 12 sheet, I trim it up to the size of the template, and then we lay it flat with the backside facing us on top of the transfer tape. Then we get our squeegee and we squeegee it down so the template, the vinyl, is nice and flat with no air bubbles, no creases, no any of that. We're going to cut our transfer tape. We're going to get it squeegeed, and we're going to trim all the excess of the transfer tape off except for on the sides, because I like keeping a little bit of extra transfer tape, you know, just so I'm able to secure it to the tumbler. They call it the hinge method. But you'll see what I mean here in a minute. You can see I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. But we're squeegeeing that vinyl down to make sure that it is secure to the transfer tape. I'm going to speed up this process of me trimming it, and I'll see y'all shortly. All right, now that we have our transfer tape on the vinyl and we have that extra piece on the side, let's get into wrapping this. Guys, it seriously is not that hard, so let's get it. We're going to grab our tumbler and we are going to place the template over the tumbler. And we're going to line it up. We're going to get it as straight as possible because depending on the template, some are seamless and need to meet up exactly. Some aren't seamless. It just depends on the template. This is a wave template and I am going to be removing waves and adding glitter. So as you can see, I cut it pretty much the right size. I do have a teeny tiny overlap, but that is okay. I am sealing this one on the bottom, so I am making sure that I have enough of my bottom exposed, and then I will just have to trim the excess from around the top after I get it laid. So you can use painter's tape to secure your tumbler template in place. That's what I normally do. But this time I wanted to try really holding it securely and laying the transfer tape down on the tumbler without having to use the painter's tape. So you see me pulling it tight, and I am gonna press down where the transfer tape is, right here, lay it on there, make sure it's lined up before I start removing the backing. That's what that transfer tape is for. So now I am going to remove the backing of the vinyl of the template. I'm going to fold it down. You can cut that off if you'd like. I just fold it down. Once you get it how you like it, I was teaching it in a live because I didn't know so many people had trouble with this. That's why we're doing this video. Having that extra piece of transfer tape really helped. Now that we're ready to apply the template, we are going to roll the tumbler. And when you roll the tumbler, that is when your vinyl template attaches to the tumbler. Here it is, y'all ready? We are about to roll. Once you roll, it's easy as hell. It's on now. You're going to see me smooth it down, make sure we do not have air bubbles. And what I do is I use my finger. If you need to use a squeegee, use a squeegee. But I feel like I have way more control when I use my hand or my fingers to apply the template. Once it's secure, I'm going to pull the backing, and here we go. Back and forth. Once you pull the backing one good time and you're using your finger to go back and forth, the backing of the vinyl releases easily. You don't even have to pull it. But you want to make sure when you get close to not having any more vinyl left that you lift up that extra transfer tape so you do not overlap it. So that's what I was doing right there. And you just keep using your hand, removing that backing until the template is completely wrapped around the tumbler. So we're going to get it laid down right here, get it down at the seam. Once we get it flat, we are going to remove the transfer tape. And you have just wrapped a vinyl template on your tumbler. I'm going to speed this part up, removing the transfer tape. But guys, we just wrapped a template, a vinyl template. So see you in a sec. Once you remove your transfer tape, if you have little bubbles, little air bubbles, you can get your weeding pen, stick your weeding pen in like I am right there, and then just use your finger to flatten it and you won't even be able to tell. But all templates are different. Like I said, this is a wave, and at the end I'm going to show you guys kind of what it looks like. You are able to see the cut lines, so you can make the decision on how you want to create this by glittering it, however you want to do it. There are so many possibilities with the tumbler templates. This one I will have linked below, and I also have over 100 SVG tumbler templates on my website that are easy to cut, easy to do, and some fun designs. I really, really hope this helped you guys because I didn't realize how many people have never tried it before. And I enjoy the hell out of tumbler templates. And here it is complete. Now, I glittered the waves, so I removed the vinyl waves and glittered. You can glitter and leave the waves. However you want to do it, the possibilities are endless. But that is how you apply a tumbler template. Thanks for the likes, subscribes, and shares. Let's get it.